This formation is going to cause problems. Beautiful people, what's happening? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. If you're brand new around these parts, it is free to subscribe. Highly encouraged. Help support everything. And today, we're looking at a formation that has been on the come up. Stock rise, stock increase. We're talking 3, 5, 2. That's right. I'm gonna give you the insider trading. And if you need those tactics, those instructions, after this video, my guy, OV Fifa, you're probably familiar. Link down below. He's gonna give you the insight and the goods that attach to the key bits of information. If you could do 2 things for yours truly. First off, Weekend League, what formations are you using? And how do you feel about the update, the new patch? I'm looking at you. You're looking at me. Let's build the team. Goalkeeper, Handanovic. I've been really enjoying this man. He's been performing. Also, I've been doing a lot with the Serie A. Frankly speaking, it's been working, especially defensively. Discount, shopping, tip. Center backs. That's right, I said center backs. Koulibaly, big body, bruiser, strength on strength on strength. Next door neighbor, we've got Devray. What's better than one player from Inter holding it down? A couple. Blues Clues, double dip. We have Skriniar, who is someone that I have definitely enjoyed using. I will say this back line in particular, you're not getting the best in terms of passing, especially between the likes of Koulibaly and Skriniar. So that is my disclaimer. You will notice the passing being a bit lackluster out of the back, but overall, it hasn't been a big detriment. But I'm still giving you that information. I'll give you the disclaimer. Holding midfielders. One of them is going to throw you off. He's not playing in this position in game. Did I mention instructions, tactics, Ovi's channel? And Mertens is my type of player. The only downfall, you see no stamina. But the finesse shot is on point, high-low work rates. He's going to be able to play as a cam or a winger or even a secondary striker or a floating player on the offensive end. Asset, quick turning, left stick, dribbling, all that. Midfield number 2. Barella. I've liked him a lot this year. I think he's extremely underrated, costs next to nothing. In fact, I overpaid based on the current market, but he's played 44 games in the club already, so we're happy about that. Gives you a balanced midfielder. He can progress the attack, more known for the chase back, but he's still got that box to box. I'm not talking about the ring. Moving on, and in this case, still in the Serie A, a player that has grown on me. If you didn't see my surprise players, this might be a spoiler, but Insigne, 5'4", but he's got that premium first touch, extra quality on the materials, and if you're able to score finesse shots, if that's part of your game, if you're looking to open up your body, the 1-2s, the tiki-taka, Insigne will work for you. A bit of a specialist. I've been impressed to this point that he's been able to impact so many matches. Performance-based. The other outside midfielder, La Liga, LaBelle. One of the most meta and overpowered players that we have thus far. And if you haven't noticed, some of these guys have low stamina, so I need you to be prepared to make 3 substitutions at some point. At least if you're going to remake and replicate what I'm using in the 3-5-2. You will need offensive exchanges, but that's pretty normal because you got these wingers that are flanking, and I don't go with the defensive looks. We attack, attack, attack. Mostovoy, yes sir, been enjoying what he's been doing. 6 games, 3 goals, a couple assists, making a difference. Skills are there, passing, yes indeed. The confidence, my first hero that I really put into action, and he kind of brings the squad together, especially when we get up front with the trifecta. We're looking at the likes of Suarez and his teammate, Correa, who I have been a major supporter this year. I feel that Correa has the correct statistical alignment to just be a professional in this year's installment, pre-patch or post-patch. There's the team. Let's talk pros and cons and get some gameplay on screen. We start with the good, the pros, the positives that are attached to the 3-5-2. First off, you have width. And width is beneficial because it gives you outlets, timing, spacing, and you can have the overlapping runs. You've got some of that chase back. You always have an additional option. And with options, you have variety. With variety, you have expression. With expression, you're going to have good situations, which brings me to the next pro. Matchups. I just feel the 3-5-2, maybe partially due to the fact that your opponent might not be used to going up against an aggressive 3-5-2 or this formation in general. You're going to win a lot of matchups where they're just not going to be bodies and people can't adjust. They're unsure of themselves. They're casting doubt, and then you get to take advantage. We're going out of order with what I wrote down here, but I talked about some of the additional overlapping. I'd like to reiterate. I want that to be a focal point, because if you're not maximizing that left wing and that right wing, or the left mid and the right mid, then you are not using this formation properly, nor should you. You need them to be calling for the ball and be ready for the switching of the pitch, or to have an overload on one side or an overload on the other side. Did I mention time and space? I think I did. It went on a tangent. But that's what I really like about this formation, is that you can play slow and you can speed it up, because you have that triangle up front. And you know how much I like a little bit of that quick pass and move. I've always been a major supporter of some of the narrow formations because I enjoy the form of expression. I enjoy how you can orchestrate and how you can bring together attacks. That's always going to be good looks, and that builds towards the offensive alignment. And this formation can overwhelm your opposition. Quite frankly, it can do this pretty easily. Whether you're gifted as an attacker or you're struggling, this is another way to generate more opportunities, high octane, and you can play with different methods, even more so on the offensive end. Whether you're having a bit more of the pressure, or you're looking for quick passes and short passes, or you want the finesse shots, or you like the through balls, either way, it's up to you. As for the cons, I think a couple of them are pretty straightforward, kind of obvious. You will be prone to counterattacks. If you lose the ball in a bad area, or you have a misstep when you're building offensively, there will be space on the defensive side or in your defensive third between those three center backs where you can get split. You can get roasted, toasted. Your opponent drops one through ball and they are gone like Donkey Kong. They're bringing back the nostalgic years. That is a real concern, and you should be aware if you play this formation. It's a big reason that I don't believe you're going to see the 3-5-2 used competitively unless players are chasing games and they just want to change the flow and the rhythm and they want to be able to overwhelm. But I do not feel you will see this from a competitive standpoint as a regular formation, because of the possibility that you could be counterattacked and you don't have as much defensive support, which is what you're doing as a trade. You can clog the middle, it's no problem. You got those two CDMs or center mids, you got the three center backs. However, the space out wide, or those quick looks, the big takeaways, the interruptions, confrontations, that will always be available to your opposition depending where you lose the ball, where you miscommunicate. If you have a defensive misstep, you're too aggressive, or the defenders get split, you get the idea. That's going to be the issue with this formation, and I feel if you're playing the 3-5-2, you already knew that, or you at least had it in the back of your mind. Defensively, I might not be as sound in comparison to more well-balanced formations between attacking and defending. In recap, that is the 3-5-2. Hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you found this very helpful. I like to give you as much information as I have. Speaking of, we will be doing coaching on Monday. There will be links down below in the description if you'd like to sign up. Gamers Academy this Monday. Gonna really focus on build-up play. And if you have not subscribed to Obi, that's of course also going to be linked. And let me know formations that you got involved with, what you're liking, to go with your patch notes. I might make a dedicated video because we've seen quite the shift. It still feels like FIFA 22, but I feel there are also clear differences from the initial release into what's happening currently, from game speed to offensive opportunity to defending to pressure play to formations. But as always, we upload daily and have a lot more content coming out ASAP.